The Bookshop on Elm Street. Julia Anderson stood at the weathered door of the quaint bookshop, key in hand, heart fluttering with anticipation. Inside, shelves sagged under the weight of forgotten stories, dust motes dancing in the sunlight that filtered through aged windows. Julia's grandmother, a lover of literature, had left her this haven, nestled on the leafy, serene Elm Street. Divorced and adrift, Julia saw this inheritance as more than a shop, it was a chance to rewrite her story. Determined, Julia swept cobwebs and uncertainty aside, envisioning shelves brimming with tales waiting to be told. The town, with its tree-lined streets and cozy cafes, welcomed Julia and her bookstore with open arms. Among the first to visit was Mr. Chang, a spry octogenarian with a penchant for Agatha Christie and a knack for storytelling. His wrinkled face creased into a smile as he regaled Julia with tales of the town's history and its quirky residents. Natalie, Julia's spirited best friend and local artist, swooped in with paintbrushes and a vision for the bookshop's revival. Together, they transformed dusty corners into reading nooks adorned with Natalie's vibrant murals. Eddie, the stray cat who adopted the shop, sauntered in, claiming a sunny spot by the register and stealing hearts. Julia found solace in the musty pages of forgotten classics, losing herself in narratives of love, loss, and redemption. As word spread, Elm Street buzzed with curiosity, drawing in neighbors and strangers alike. They came seeking solace, advice from Mr. Chang, or simply a quiet corner to lose themselves in fiction. Julia's shelves soon groaned under the weight of new releases and timeless favorites, each waiting to be discovered. Book clubs formed, their members gathering to debate plots and characters over steaming cups of tea. Author readings brought writers from far and wide, their words weaving magic in the dimly lit corners of the shop. Julia, once adrift, found herself anchored by the rhythms of the shop's daily life and the stories of its patrons. Through laughter and tears, she learned the stories behind each face that crossed her threshold. Natalie, with her vibrant laugh and bold strokes, reminded Julia that life's canvas awaited her own daring touch. Mr. Chang's wisdom became a beacon, guiding Julia through the murky waters of business ownership and personal growth. Together, they curated shelves that spoke to the hearts of Elm Street's diverse community. Eddie, ever the silent sentinel, comforted grieving souls and warmed chilly afternoons with his purring presence. Julia's grandmother's legacy, once a burden, now blossomed into a sanctuary where stories healed and hearts opened. The bookshop became not just a place to buy books, but a haven where dreams took flight and connections deepened. On warm summer evenings, Elm Street echoed with laughter from the bookshop's garden parties and poetry readings. Julia's heart, once bruised by loss, bloomed anew amidst the pages of novels and the warmth of newfound friendships. Each morning, Julia unlocked the door with a renewed sense of purpose, eager to greet the day's unfolding chapters. As autumn painted Elm Street in hues of gold and crimson, the bookshop's windows beckoned passers-by with tales of mystery and romance. Julia found herself woven into the fabric of Elm Street's tapestry, her story intertwined with those of her customers. The community rallied around her during challenges, offering support and a reminder of the strength found in unity. Together, they weathered storms literal and metaphorical, emerging stronger and more resilient with each shared chapter. Natalie's art adorned not only the bookshop's walls but the hearts of those who found inspiration within its walls. Eddie, guardian of the shop's secrets, purred contentedly as children gathered around, entranced by Story Hour. Winter draped Elm Street in a blanket of snow, but within the bookshop, hearts glowed with the warmth of shared tales. Julia, once unsure of her place in the world, found herself at the helm of a community hub where stories sparked conversations and kindled friendships. The bookstore's anniversary was celebrated with laughter and reminiscences, testimonials to its place in the town's heart. Through ups and downs, Julia's journey mirrored the novels that lined her shelves, full of twists, lessons, and unexpected joys. Spring arrived with promises of renewal, mirroring Julia's own blossoming sense of self and purpose. As flowers bloomed outside, so did new ideas within the bookshop, expanding its offerings to embrace the town's evolving tastes. Julia's laughter, once scarce, now rang out freely during evenings spent discussing literary classics with newfound friends. Mr. Chang's tales took on a mythical quality, his anecdotes weaving through Elm Street's collective memory like cherished bookmarks. Natalie, her canvases now capturing the essence of Elm Street's spirit, found in Julia a muse and collaborator in artistic endeavors. Eddie's antics, chasing imaginary mice and dozing on newly arrived novels, charmed even the most stoic of customers. Summer arrived in a flurry of activity, with the bookshop serving as a backdrop for weddings, book launches, and community festivals. Julia's own story, once a narrative of uncertainty, evolved into one of resilience, hope, and the enduring power of human connection. The bookstore's windows, adorned with whimsical displays crafted by Natalie, drew visitors from neighboring towns and distant cities. Julia's grandmother's favorite quote, displayed prominently near the entrance, reminded patrons that books held the keys to myriad worlds. Through the season's changes, Julia found comfort in the constancy of her customers' stories and the ever-unfolding narrative of Elm Street. As years passed, the bookshop became a fixture in the town's identity, its shelves a repository of shared memories and cherished moments. Julia, with each passing day, embraced her role not just as a bookseller but as a curator of experiences and a custodian of community spirit. Mr. Chang's visits became less frequent, his wisdom now etched into the bookshop's walls and the hearts of those who frequented it. Natalie's art, once a reflection of her own journey, now mirrored the evolving tales of love, loss, and redemption found within the shop's pages. Eddie, grey around the whiskers but still spry in spirit, continued to reign over his domain with regal indifference to the passage of time. Julia's own story, once intertwined with grief and uncertainty, now glowed with the warmth of friendships forged and dreams realized. The bookshop on Elm Street, once a refuge for Julia, now stood as a testament to the transformative power of literature and community. With each sunrise, Julia unlocked the door not just to a shop, but to a haven where stories found their voice and souls found solace. And as the sun set over Elm Street, the bookshop's windows glowed with the promise of new adventures and timeless connections. For Julia, the bookshop was more than bricks and mortar, it was a beacon of hope, a testament to resilience, and a home where every chapter brought new beginnings.